There are three kind of Facebook ads every loan officer should be running. I'm going to jump in and show you exactly what they are, how you can set these up, and why they are going to drive a ton of loans for you and your business. All right, the first kind of ad that I think every loan officer should be running is lead generation, right? So obviously, that's just pretty much a given that you need to be doing some lead generation ads. And, when I talk about doing lead gen, obviously people are used to the prices of Zillow and Realtor.com and Homes.com and these kind of websites, or working with an agency where the leads are expensive. I mean, I understand it because Realtor.com leads, I think not Realtor.com, but I think it's Zillow leads are averaging, I can't remember which platform it is, but one of those two is averaging $74 a lead right now. And, if you're spending $74 a lead and they're not converting, that gets really expensive really fast, right? I mean, for 100 leads at $74, we're talking about $7,400 in lead cost. And then what does that actually get you out? So if you're running your own lead generation ads, which is what I think you should be doing, Facebook ads are just not that difficult. I mean, I can teach you how to run them in a couple of weeks and you never have to pay anybody again. They're really simple. So if you're doing lead generation, what I think you should do is start with $11 a day. And then once you see it working, just increase it, right? You can just go $22 a day, right? Just times go by 2 or 3 or whatever it is that you want to do. Just keep increasing the number of ads that you're running or increase the budget on your first ad. So if you're running lead generation ads, of course you can talk about a mortgage. If you have some kind of special program that people have never heard about before, or if you've created your own special program and it has a unique name and can be identifiable by the name, you can run mortgage ads. Okay, but in general, mortgage ads, they're going to be expensive. The leads are going to be expensive. Now, that could be good if you just want the absolute highest quality leads, the most expensive, highest quality leads you can get. Running mortgage ads might be a good option for you. For me, I'm a fan of low cost, medium quality, and let the automation, and if you have a dialer, just let the tools figure it out, right? So for me, if I'm running $11 a day, I'm doing this on like a real estate based ad. So it's going to be, it's going to be like a listing ad. So it's going to have a picture of a house. It's going to have some text up here. It's going to have like 3 or whatever lines of text up here. It's going to have a headline here. And then it's going to have a button that says learn more. Okay, so I'm just going to give them some information up here. We use this model called IDA. You've probably seen me talk about it. You can find it here on my channel. So it's basically like we want to get their interest. We want to get we want to get their attention. We want to get their interest. We want to create some desire. And then we want to help them take action. So we get attention, interest, desire happens above the photo. Nice photo. Down here, this is going to be to get them to take action, and then the learn more button. Once they click on that, it pops up a form. We ask a couple of questions like, do you currently own or rent? In a perfect world, when would you be in a new house? Right? These type of questions. And then we can have, it auto fills the form out with their information. And then now we get it. They get to go look at the information about the house, and we get their information that we can share with the realtor. If they own a home, now we can call those listing leads. So we're sharing listing leads with realtors, right? So there's some powerful stuff there. So this is the first kind of ad that I think every loan officer should be running is lead generation ads. And again, just start with a cheap little budget, $11 a day, no big deal. And as you see it working, you can increase the budget to 22, 33, 44, that sort of thing. All right. Okay, the second kind of ad that I think you should be running is what we call celebrity builder. Okay, so celebrity builder ads are the ads that kind of follow people around on the internet. Um, and celebrity builder ads have a few purposes. One is they can create sales. They will create sales, right? Through repetition and familiarity, you will become a recognized brand. It's the same reason that Coca-Cola still has billboards, TV commercials, ads on the radio, all that kind of stuff, right? Because people buy from visible brands. So you want your brand to be visible. Um, Again, we call these celebrity builders. So the first thing you have to do is you have to create some audiences. All right, there's different ways to do this with Google Ads and different third-party pixels and stuff. Facebook also can create a lot of audiences for you. So you can create audiences, for example, around your Facebook page. You can create audiences around your Instagram account. You can create audiences around, well, terrible handwriting here, but you can create audiences around your Instagram or your videos. If you're running any Facebook events, um, if you're running ads, like your forms, all that kind of stuff, you can create audiences around. You can also upload your own audience. And so if you have your CRM, whatever you're using, you could download that list there, you could export it out, and we can import it into Facebook and you can make that an audience as well. So all these people that have seen you online, okay, so it can be people who visited your website, people that have engaged with you on social media, people in your database, all these kind of people, we can put them into an audience where they're going to start seeing your celebrity builder ads. Okay. Now we're not doing anything crazy here. We're just starting off with a little $3 a day budget. Once you see it working, and you can increase this up to $6, $9 eventually. Some people have to go to $12. But in general, $3 a day is good to start with. You're going to see how it works. Okay. Um, Now, when you're doing this, what we do is we run basically three different ads. Sometimes we run more than three. In general, we're running three ads. Okay. So the three ads are going to have different purposes. Number one is going to be what we call a friend builder. So, friend builder ads, those are going to be things that, make people like you more, right? Groups of smiling people, things like that, right? So we want to do things that demonstrate that like your life is fun, people who are in your life are having fun. Um, that it can this can be like talking about local restaurants you like, introducing local business owners, um, things like that. Can be friend builders. So it's going to be stuff that's just like not mortgage related. It's just related around other businesses you like, things you like to do, hobbies you have, stuff like that. All right. Um, and again, we're gonna do $1 a day on that ad there, right? Then ad number two, this is going to be something that we call social proof. So with social proof, it's what it sounds like. Okay, we're gonna use other people's words talking about us because that's always going to be more powerful than anything you can say about yourself. Is going to be what does somebody else say about you. So we're going to do some social proof here. So we're going to be doing like a customer testimonial, a Google review, things like that. Okay. Somebody talking nicely about you. Um, yeah, that's not you saying it. Okay. Now, number three, again, we're doing the same thing, dollar a day on number three. And this one is going to be what we call upward spiral. You see, people are attracted to work with people whose life is in an upward spiral. And, we could come up with a lot of examples of that. We go deep in that in the Legion and stuff, but, it's just a fact. Um, just the same way that they're detracted from or repelled from people whose life is in a downward spiral, you know? You can probably think of examples of that. Somebody whose life, things went sideways and everybody disappears from their life, right? So we want to demonstrate that your life is good. Again, that people are choosing to work with you. You're creating success for them. Your life is going well. So this can be things like pictures of you on vacation, kind of demonstrating lifestyle that you have. Stuff like that can happen here in the upward spiral, right? But it's just a bit of an attraction method to talk about, to use the upward spiral. So this is number two. So you want to have celebrity builder ads running. This is going to help you just create more know, like, and trust. This creates a lot of sales grease. When people get with you in person or on the phone or on a Zoom call, they're going to go, wow, man, you sound just like on your videos, or you look just like on your videos, or I thought you were going to be shorter based on your videos, that kind of stuff, right? But now you're not a stranger. See, so subconsciously, they're meeting somebody that they've already met before. And so it's totally different than if you meet a stranger for the first time and you have to decide if you like somebody. In some ways, they may have already decided that, and now you're a familiar face whenever you actually go to do business together. Okay. So celebrity builder ads, that's number two. All right. The last one is number three. This is going to be ads that are designed to go towards realtors. Okay. Now we want to do the same thing. Those ads there that we just talked about, if you do this the right way with ad number three, you're going to capture a lot of realtors in those other, in those other audiences, right? Of people who have watched your videos or people who have engaged with your Facebook page or your Instagram account, those kind of things. These people are going to get caught in that. So with realtors, I'm usually doing about the same thing. I'm spending like somewhere between $1 to $3 a day, right? Just getting in front of realtors. Now, what I find the best thing to use here is a video, okay? Because all the things that we just talked about. They're going to get to see your face, hear your voice, see your smile, see your mannerisms, hear your vernacular and exactly how you speak. Like a lot of things happen on a video where somebody can decide if they like you or don't like you. I mean, some people decide they don't like you just because of the way you talk, right? Like, hey, whatever, man. Um, so if you're running a video to realtors, again, this could be, you could do one ad. Sometimes we do multiple ads here. But it could be a video of you talking about three things that you do that are different than other lenders to help real estate agents. So, again, if you're going to talk about something like that, you've got to actually have things that are different, like, hey, we help you run ads. So if you have an open house, we're going to help you promote the open house, get more traffic there. If you get a new listing, you want to generate a bunch of buyer leads, we're going to help you do that as well. If you want to, we're going to help you become a local celebrity, right? So you guys actually have something different. Another video that works really well is a realtor talking to other realtors about you, or a realtor testimonial video about you as a lender. That works really well. Okay. So you can go like, hey, realtors, here's why Monica so and so sends all her deals over here to XYZ Mortgage. Right. And let a realtor tell other realtors how great you are. Okay. So that's another really cool concept. And it can cover it can check a lot of boxes that, realtors are choosing to work with you. You're creating success. You're a great partner, right? There's a lot of things that can happen by a realtor video testimonial to other realtors. And then anybody who watches that video is going to be pushed into those other audiences now, and they're going to start seeing all that other retargeting, right? The friend builder, the social proof, the upward spiral, all those things. The realtors are going to get that proof as well. And so you kind of get, a full concept. So if you're doing all three of those, all three of these ads that we talked about, right? Basically the lead gen, we talked about basically $11 a day. The celebrity builder, we talked about $3 a day. And then with realtors, we're kind of like in that $1 to $3 a day range, So altogether, we're only here at what, maybe 14. So that's like 15 to 18 bucks. So, pretty reasonable in terms of a spend, especially based on the outcome that we already know is going to happen from that spend, right? Again, this setup right here is what a lot of agencies, and I'm happy to do this. If you want somebody to do this for you, send me a message. I'm happy to run this system. We have an agency service, but you could totally do this yourself. You don't need to pay an agency necessarily. And the money that you save on the agency, if anything else, you could consider bringing on a dialer so that you have somebody calling the leads and working the leads full time versus just relying on what you and the realtors are doing yourselves. So that can be like level 2. Once you get comfortable with running your own ads and how do you actually do this and, turn this into money, then you could bring on a dialer. Like I love having a dialer in Mexico. That's where all of our dialers are at. And it works really well having the Spanish accent calling on leads. And so anyways, hopefully this was helpful for you. Whatever questions you have about Facebook ads, drop it down below. Mortgage Facebook ads specifically. I mean, if you want to talk about other industries, that's cool too, I guess, but that's primarily why I'm here is to help loan officers. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Again, I think that running Facebook ads is something that if you're making, if you're already closing 30 million plus, then it probably makes sense to pay an agency, right? And have stuff done for you because money versus time pendulum. But if you're a little below that, then it probably makes sense for you to learn how to do this yourself. And then you can go out and get realtors to start paying for the ads once you get good enough. And so anyways, hopefully this is helpful for you. If you like this kind of stuff, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm back to making awesome content, at least I think awesome content, stuff that I'm hoping will, benefit whoever's here. I mean, if you're here right now, I want you to make money from this stuff. You know what I mean? So, anyways, hope you're awesome. If you like this, check out the description. You got some other ways we can work together, and I'll see you on the next video. Later.